Hello, welcome to the Far North Coast Rugby Union podcast, proudly brought to you by Coopers, Bucker Ryan Stewart, and of course Mark Goff Media Sports. As usual, I'm Cookie, and I'm here with the admin officer of the zone who keeps everything going, Wayne Mullane. How are we, Wayne?
Not too bad, thank you, Graham.
Had a pretty easy week?
No, it's been not too bad. Not too bad.
Are we halfway through the season?
Yes, more than halfway through.
More than halfway?
And this is round 9 coming up.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, out of
14.
Oh, we're almost there. Okay. Wow, okay, that's a little bit further than I thought we were going to be. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, we've had 8 rounds done. Oh, there's a few washouts that have been.
A few catch-up games.
Have been advised what dates they're going to play.
Okay.
But there's still a couple of others that haven't.
Okay, well, that's really good. Round 8 already out of 14. So, folks, we're starting to get to that home stretch where wins and losses are really going to have an impact on that table. Okay, so last weekend was a pretty good round, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah. So
we were all down at Lismore.
We were.
Mark
Well,
came down and did the whole 4 games down there.
Really appreciated that, Mark Off Media Sports, recording all games at Lismore, all 4 grades. Made a huge difference, allowing the players, the coaches, supporters, and the match officials to review the games, just see what went right, what didn't go quite so well. It really helps everybody just enjoy the games and then learn and get better for next week. So, Mark, shall we go around the grounds to start with, mate? The big thing last week I noticed across basically all grades is there are a lot of fairly close, even contests, which was nice to see.
Yeah, there wasn't too many blowouts.
Yeah. I mean, it's much better for the competition, much better for everybody involved in rugby if it's a fairly even contest and, it's not till that last 10 or 15 minutes you know who's going to win.
Bit of a surprise in the second grade, one of the results.
Yes, there was. I mean, really good to see as a neutral. It's like, we really keep them motivated and keep them going. So in first grade, we might start down at Lismore where we were, Lismore and the Byronshire Rebels. Some people were expecting a one-way sort of fest. A few of us thinking, look, Lismore at home. And they've been playing quite well. Let's just see how this goes.
Yeah, at half time, there was nothing.
Yep. First half, Lismore match and everything Byronshire Rebels got throw at them. In the end, the result, I think, was 14 Lismore and 33 to Byronshire Rebels.
Yeah, just got away at the end.
Yeah. Particularly in the backs, the back line for Lismore in defence was becoming disjointed with players shooting out. Byronshire Rebels were smart enough to spot that, go through that gap, and then they scored multiple tries because of that. But the forward battle was pretty evenly tested. The set pieces, scrum and line-out, were quite even. And then it was just who didn't make the mistakes. And then, as I said, Byronshire Rebels' backs managed to go through that hole that was being created by the number 12 for Lismore, and bang, bang, a few tries were scored. So, 14-33, a good game.
At stages there, Lismore looked really good with the ball.
They did.
Really good backing up, made heaps of ground on occasions, but then just dropped the ball at the wrong time.
They had the try line begging multiple times.
Yes, they did.
They'd be looking back on that going, if only.
They scored a couple of good tries.
They did. They still scored a few, which was really nice to see. Who else do we have? Lennox Head and Ballina down at Lennox's new ground. Is that what we call it?
Yeah, they're not real happy there.
Okay.
They just can't use the canteen and things like that. So they can't.
That's an Epic.
Yeah, at Epic.
Yeah.
They've just advised, I sent out the email today to all the other clubs visiting, there's no canteen for the juniors on a Friday night.
What a shame. Okay.
I don't know what happened, but there's not. They're doing
beyond their control.
They're doing barbecue, I think, there for the seniors and have the bar, but they've got to take everything with them. They can't store anything there.
Okay.
So they've got to take all their goalpost pads away, everything. They've got to. That makes it hard.
Unfortunate this season they're playing there. Next year, hopefully they'll be back at Williams Reserve, which. I know a few of us actually love it there. It's a great atmosphere.
We will. The council dug it up, same as Crawford Park, the home of Alstonville Soccer. They can't use that either. They dug it up and took the turf off. And
Byronshire Rebels down at Byron? No games for the rest of the season?
Oh, no, they've played there again since.
Oops.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that result, Lennox and Ballina showing their pedigree in first grade. Lennox 7, Ballina 62. Yeah. Ballina was certainly showing they've improved from last year, where they were one of the teams that was there to possibly go well. This year they're saying we think we deserve a right to have a go at this.
I had a look at the app from when I was watching the Lismore game and seen Sam Gilcap scored the first 2 tries down there.
Yeah.
So he'd be working well with the other fella from North, the halfback.
Yes, yes, they'd sort of know each other.
I think I'm sure they would have played.
9 and 10, and fullback or that's a pretty good
they've
start.
Got a really good side.
Yes, they do. They're going to be tough to beat.
Yeah, they're going to be the dark horse. I reckon they're the form side.
Room with a chance.
Yeah.
The other match was over at Casino. Casino playing at home. The field wasn't quite as wet as it has been in the past. Casino played Casuarina, a pretty even contest. In the end, Casino 22, Casuarina 35. So a lot closer than the week before up at Casuarina, where Casino just didn't quite get it right on the day. Casino at home put up a much bigger fight. Still went down 22-35. In second grade, we had Lismore Byronshire Rebels. Byronshire Rebels had a few of their old boys playing that day. Even had a first grade coach playing. He didn't do much, Mick, but I saw you were out there. But Byronshire Rebels was far too strong. Lismore didn't get off the scoreboard at all. No. Byronshire Rebels 66. Lennox and Ballina in second grade. Lennox playing at home, looking for some wins. Congratulations, winning 24-12 over Ballina in second grade.
Yeah, that was a turnover.
Yeah. Well done. That's really good. They had a few old boys playing.
Yeah.
Really good for the club to get that result. Bad luck Ballina, but for the neutrals you could say well done Lennox.
Yeah.
Then the other result, Casino and Casuarina over at Casino. Casino 12, Casuarina 41. Casuarina second grade's actually looking quite good.
Yeah, they are.
I
don't think
they're stringing together a few good results.
Yeah, I don't think they've lost the game, have they? I can't remember.
Not sure. In women's competition, Lismore and Ballina, Byronshire Rebels, it was a fantastic game of rugby. I was quite surprised how much the score blew out. Lismore won that 43-5, I think it was. But a really good game of footy again. I've got to say, every week when I'm watching women's rugby this year in the zone, it is really, really good to watch. If you're interested in women's sports at all, get to the games. This women's rugby is just fantastic to watch.
Yeah, it was sort of like all right, and then they'd get a bit of a gap, and Chloe Siverite went, whew,
yeah, every now and again they'd score
times,
points.
I think. Yeah. 3 runaways, and Madison Coppola got a good runaway as
50-plus metre tries, otherwise it's just backwards and forwards in the middle of the field. Right. Casino and Casuarina. Casino too strong, 26-7. Again, a team that's looking pretty good in their competition, Casino. And the other, Ballina versus University. Great to see University get some women out on the field. I think they had 7.
Yeah, they had 8 girls registered, and one was their birthday that day, so she decided she wasn't going to play. She had to go out and stuff like that. So there's a bit of contentious there. It should be called forfeit because they didn't have the numbers to start. Yep. But Ballina played 8 on 7.
Okay.
So, the game happened. The referee got paid.
Look, the players got to have a run around for the first time they got to play this year. Ballina showing their pedigree though, and showing they are going to be one of the teams in the women's comp to beat. They're training hard, playing well. Day one, I think, was, it's debatable what the score was, but officially it's 87-7.
That's what Guy Latham told me.
The referees are never wrong.
That's right. I've got it recorded as 115 as it came through because I did it. But then Guy said, no, it wasn't that much. It was 87.
Yeah. So there you go. And then we have under-18s. Lismore and Mullum played again. As expected, a very tense, close contest. Lismore 10, Mullumbimby 17.
Yeah, so they both got competition points.
Mullumbimby are stacking up those wins and showing they're one of those teams that, again, but like Ballina women, etc., they're a team that's there to be in the finals and see that we can win this thing. Lennox, where we always get Casino and Casuarina. Casino too strong, 26-7. Casuarina perhaps haven't quite hit their straps in the women's competition this year. Did I get that one right? Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry. Going to 18s. My mistake, folks. Apologies there. Lennox and Yamba, 36-26 in the under-18s.
Yeah, Lennox have had a couple of good wins, stringing a couple together now, so that's good.
Okay, and Wollongbar and Casuarina, 26-3 to Wollongbar.
Yeah, and that was played over at Casino.
Right, okay.
Because Casuarina had all their other
grades there, so Wollongbar 18s travelled across. The rest of Wollongbar had the weekend off.
Yes.
Yeah, so 26-3 to Wollongbar, a bit like Lennox, I think, and the Mullumbimby, they're playing some good rugby and getting some points on the board. What else did we have? We had President's Cup. Kyogle hosted, is that a local rivalry against Range?
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Both in the same council.
Okay, right. So the local rivalry there. Kyogle 14, Range 36.
Yeah, so it was.
So I think Kyogle beat Range at Range.
Yeah, that's right. So.
And now Range has beaten Kyogle at Kyogle. So a big day for Range there. Sport the party a little bit for Kyogle, but congratulations to Range. Evans River and Yamba, 19-12.
Yes, and that's got a dispute against the result.
Okay.
That's in the hands of...
We'll leave that to the competition manager to sort out.
Oh, well, I'll put it on to the senior bloke to have a look at it.
Right.
I've told him.
Passed it up the chain.
Yeah.
Yep, so 19-12 at this stage, Evans over Yamba, and Mullumbimby and Uni. Mullumbimby playing some good rugby, 40-10 over University. Great to see University get a couple of tries, I imagine. Mullumbimby showing that, if they can get on the front foot, they've got players that can score some tries.
Yeah, they've got a lot of ex-Byron Shire Rebel players up there.
Right, okay.
Gone up there to play.
Yep. They, talking to the Mullum 18s coaches and supporters and whatever, they were saying, there's just a really good atmosphere in the club this year. Yeah. Looking to do even bigger and better things next year. They've got their President's Cup and the 18s this year, and perhaps some more teams next year, and more numbers in their game.
They want to try and get a women's team, they said. So.
Yeah, great to see. So some good results, some fairly close results, which is nice. Only a couple of blowouts. So, all in all, so pretty good rugby last weekend.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, shall we... Juniors? Anything of note in juniors last weekend? Around the ground, no issues?
Not really.
Yeah,
no.
That's good. Okay, so juniors are back playing. There's been some good games from what I've been hearing. Referees have been having a good time. Great to see the supporters out there getting all around the zone. It's a lot of travel involved in that competition, so great to see, and thank you very much for everybody involved.
Yeah, I've managed to get all rounds up in Rugby Explorer now. The junior competition was finalised today. So I've got some grand finals and semi-final dates in there. I just haven't gone right through them yet.
Okay, so you can get into Rugby Explorer and have a look at your competitions. Okay, that's really good. That's taken a little while. There's been a moving goalpost, shall we say, with who's playing where, and it's been quite a bit of work.
Yeah, I have Lismore in one of the games. They had to go to Ballina and play.
Right.
A 13s game earlier in the year. And the corresponding round, he said, we're going to play at home. And I went, maybe not.
No, you're not.
You've got miles too many games on that night. And that was the closest one for Lismore to go to. Otherwise, it was Yamba or Casuarina or the centre team. So I said, you pick which one you're going to have, Tim.
Yeah.
So at the moment, that's the only upset, that one.
Okay, so just take a little bit of a break from that sort of thing. We have a referees course coming up Monday. Coming up on Monday, isn't it? Yep, at Wallingbar's ground, their clubhouse. Monday night, 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. You can get onto Rugby Explorer to register for it. It's a referee-ready course, so it's just the basic, first out of the gate, just learning how to referee stuff. There's a presenter coming up, our New South Wales referee development officer, country development officer coming up, Stu. He'll be supported by the likes of Steve Miller, Mick Milano, myself. It's just a chance to start your refereeing career, help out, because we simply do not have enough referees. There's been quite a good response so far, but we need far more. Because
there was 20-odd registered, I believe.
Which is great. I mean, given the notice and everything as well, it's really great to see people are supporting it. You've got a few weeks left in this competition this year. We'll get you into some games, and then you'll be ready to really go big time next year. So if you're still interested, Monday 6 till 9 at Wallingbar's ground.
What age is the minimum?
13.
It is, yeah. No, well, Lance McQueen rang up his boys in 12s, I think, and he wanted to do it. In Jackson, he was running touch at some President's Cup games and that. But.
So referee-ready course, Wallingbar, Monday night, 6 till 9. Another news, some people it's just way more exciting from a refereeing point of view. We have our Wairarapa Bush New Zealand Exchange referee coming over this weekend and the following weekend. He'll be down at Lismore on Friday night. His name is Andrew Stringer, so give him a warm welcome. He'll be doing under 15s at Lismore on Friday night, and he'll be out at Wallingbar on Saturday to do first grade. He's a very experienced first grade referee. He's going to be doing first grade this weekend at Wallingbar, and then the following Saturday he'll be down at Ballina for a big clash. I think it's against Byron Shire Rebels. He'll be doing the first grade down there. And then on the Friday night this week he's at Lismore. The following Friday night we're looking to get him up to Casuarina. A bit of a trip. But Mark Whitten is going to be hosting him, so he's going up there. So, he'll be doing some junior games and senior games. Andrew Stringer's his name. If you see a guy in even weirder kit than Far North Coast gear, say hello, get him a beer, make him feel welcome.
I believe we're going down to the West Howe Tavern on Saturday evening.
Yeah, anybody that has wishes to join the referees and our New Zealand Exchange referee Saturday week, because he's at Ballina anyway, we're going to pop across to the West Howe Tavern, have dinner, have a couple of drinks, have a bit of a chat. So if you're around, by all means, come and join us.
That's this Saturday night.
No, not this Saturday, the following one. Following Saturday. Oh, okay. Yep. Saturday the 28th. Yeah, get it right, mate. Come on. Okay, so should we have a look at the games this weekend?
Yes.
So as we mentioned, we have Byron Shire Rebels play Lennox Head. That is being hosted at Bangalow.
I think it is at Shorts Oval.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's not. It's at Rec Grounds.
Oh, right. Okay. We'll get back to you on that one.
No, I'm sure it's at the Rec Grounds.
Byron Shire Rebels are hosting Lennox Head. Lachlan Dooley's the referee in first grade again. He's back. He's been away doing representative duties up in Brisbane, so go well, Lachlan. Ballina play Casuarina at Ballina. Matt Clayton will be refereeing that one. That's a big crash.
That's a big game.
A big game. That's Ballina would be in second spot. Casuarina would be in third spot, I imagine. So that should be a...
Ballina's on top at the moment.
Oh, Ballina's on top, yep, because they've played more games, blah, blah, blah. Yep. Yeah. So a huge game. And then the other game, Wollongbar play Casino. Again, a big match because Casino are looking to get a win, get them into that fourth spot or up the third spot.
That's no easy
task. Wollongbar's going to have to turn up. Casino can play some pretty good rugby.
Well, they've played for 3 weeks.
Yes. Well, hit them early.
Yeah.
Take a few blokes out. You'll be right, guys. Yeah. Kiwi referee, he'll be right. Nothing he hasn't seen before. So, Wollongbar Casino, Andrew Stringer, the New Zealand referee, will be doing that one. I've got dropped again, as usual. Everybody likes that. So, it should be a really good day out at Wollongbar. Where is it at? You worked it out?
Byron Rec Ground.
Byron are back home again. I didn't think they were back home again this year.
After it was they played one game there early, and then they
said
they did. They'd be back there in 10 weeks' time.
Must have been 10 weeks since then. Holy molies. Okay. Oh, well done. So, Byron are playing at home at Byron Bay. Yep. Okay, and other games we have. Seconds, we got Byron versus Lennox. Byron Shire Rebels. That's also at Byron.
Yep.
Okay. We have Wollongbar and Casino. Presumably that's at Wollongbar. We have Ballina and Casuarina at Ballina.
Yep.
Again, that will be a heck of a second grade game. Ballina have shown over the years they have a very good second grade side. Casuarina, as we've already mentioned, been playing some good rugby this year, so that will be quite a match. And then what do we have? We have in women's competition.
Yeah, Kyogle are playing Casino at Maury Ryan Oval.
They are too, yes.
So, because Kyogle are playing SCU in the President's Cup match. So.
Okay, so Kyogle and SCU at President's Cup at Maury Ryan Oval in Lismore, or University. Yep. So two of the zone's leading referee there, and Guy Latham and Joe Allen. Yeah. Great to see you go well, guys. If there's any more than 5 penalties between the two games, I'll be quite disappointed in you boys.
Guy having a skite about 1 penalty each.
1 penalty each. I didn't think he'd get that many, but well done, mate. And the points to a winger, some winger. Didn't know what winger, but a winger. So yeah, interesting when they referee. It's always great fun. Who else do we have in the
Byron Shire?
Okay.
SCU in the women's up
at Byron?
Yeah.
Okay, so Byron's got 3 grades at Byron.
Yep.
Okay, and 3 different clubs. Okay. Should be good. Ballina
and Casuarina, but there's no referee appointed to that. Gloria has had to decline. She's unavailable this week.
Okay, so Ballina v Casuarina women's at Ballina. At this stage has no referee. Highlights our shortage of referees in the zone. So if somebody's available, you could please let Wayne know, let Ballina know that there's a referee going to be available. Otherwise, there will be somebody out of the crowd.
Carl
Lupton. He still hasn't forgiven me for last time I asked him to referee a match. What else we got? President's Cup?
Certainly have.
Yerny and Kyogle we've talked about.
And we're Guy.
Yamba v Range.
Penguin.
Go
on your rod.
Down at Yamba. Yeah, that will be, that's a top-notch match when those two play each other. Bit of history between the two in a good way. They love playing each other. They play really good rugby. That will be a hang of a game. Yamba supporters, I'm sure, will be out in great numbers to watch that one.
I'm not sure who was the ref for Mullum. I did print it
off.
Mullum
play Evans River at Mullum?
At Mullum.
And
they've got their
Brunswick
18s
Heads
up there as well. Yeah.
Okay. So Mullum, Boomy and Evans River, good luck to those two teams. That'll be an interesting contest whether Evans River can impose themselves on the game or Mullum Boomy get that little bit of steamroll on and then suddenly they can score a fair few points.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the senior competition for this week. Junior competitions?
Full on this week.
Right. Every ground in the zone practically?
No, there's a couple that haven't, but yeah, most grounds are full.
Okay. Anything come out of the representative fixtures? I understand there's a few players that have been selected.
A couple of Lismore players from the senior side have been picked up in the Colts because it's under 20s.
Right. Okay.
Harry Gillette and someone else got picked
Yep.
up.
From what I've seen, between the juniors and the senior representative teams, there's been quite a few players selected in country teams. So I don't have the list of all those names here, but congratulations to everybody.
Matty Keys from Lismore in under 18s. And he was out at Lake Keepit last weekend. So he wasn't at the 18s, for Lismore last weekend. So missed him there. But by all accounts, he handled himself really well out there. I talked to Jeff Watt. Jeff Watt's actually the country 18s coach.
Okay, right.
So Jeff's now sunning himself in Bali, ready for a wedding on Saturday, and then flies home Sunday.
So basically just congratulations to all the players that have been selected either for junior or senior higher honours. It shows all the hard work you've been putting in has been rewarded. Congratulations to the coaching staff and support staff that have helped get you there. And, of course, your parents, guardians and other supporters. Just congratulations from both Wayne and I and everybody else in the zone. It's absolutely massive. Well done.
I think there was 5 from the under 15s.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge.
And one from the Ford. Sean Butler's boy from out at range.
Okay.
Sam. He was selected in the 14s.
Okay, just been told, just watch the space. There's going to be a female rugby union podcast coming.
Emily Cox.
With Emily Cox as part of that.
And I've come aboard with the women's rugby, where I've brought some merchandise with the little pink, Big Cat.
Okay, there's some merchandise coming with that. Okay, Mark Goff's helping to support that with his favourite colours. He's got a bit of pink gear. It's great to see. Thank you very much to everybody who's involved in that. Mark Goff Media Sports. It's great to promote women's rugby in that way.
And the other thing is we've got the Old Tide Club luncheon coming up on the 4th of July.
Okay,
so
4th of July.
Yep. Not that far away, up at Byron's, what's it called? The Bowling Club.
Byron.
They usually have it.
Yep.
And the speaker is Nick Farr-Jones.
Nick Farr-Jones. Did he do anything?
No, nothing.
Nah. Lovely.
Played for uni too, didn't he?
I'm very, sitting at uni, but yeah. A very, very good player and a lovely guy as well.
Yeah, we'll be heading up there. We're good to catch up. There's some money that those rep kids can put in to ask for some assistance.
It's a fundraising event for our junior rep teams and players.
Yep. So, that's not only from our rep teams, but anyone that makes combined Catholic colleges or the CHS, combined high schools teams or independent schools, CSA, it will put in and ask for some sort of assistance, which they've always been given. So.
Okay, so I think that's pretty much a wrap for this week.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So, as mentioned, there's going to be some pretty good rugby played. There's a Kiwi referee at Wollongbar if you want to abuse someone different. Help out someone a little bit different. Ballina v Casuarina in particularly first grade is going to be one hang of a match. And Yamba in Range and President's Cup, if you're down that way, that's something worth watching, I would think.
You're doing an interstate match on Saturday at Wollongbar in under 18. So we've got Bond Pirates coming down and playing a trial competition. So they've got no 18s competition up on Gold Coast.
Yep.
So they've asked, could they come down here? They're doing an event, so they're registering for it and whatever. So Mark's going to film and live stream that one as well.
Really good. So that's Bond Pirates, versus Wollongbar under 18s at Wollongbar at 12:30 on Saturday.
So the whole three games at Wollongbar are being live streamed.
Thank you, Mark Goff Media Sports. It's really good to see your support of Far North Coast Rugby. Yeah. So on behalf of Wayne Malone and I, we'll leave you for another week. Thank you very much. We'll see you again.
Cheers.